Alright, good afternoon everybody. It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's vlog. Here to give you my final update, my final changes for my mock drafts for the 2014 NFL Draft, which is tonight at 8 o'clock. I'm so excited. Now, there was one particular change and during this offseason that actually switched up a couple of my selections of the first round for this year's draft. Talking about at number 16 for the Dallas Cowboys. They just recently signed Henry Melton from the Chicago Bears, and I had Aaron Donald from Pittsburgh selected at number 16, but I decided to change my mind because of the recent signing of Melton, which means I'm going to have to change things up. Now, for Chicago at pick number 14, I had CJ Mosley out of Alabama for this particular selection, but I decided to switch it up and put Aaron Donald at number 14. I think that's who the team should select, and I think that's what the team will select at pick number 14, bumping down on CJ Mosley. Now, at pick number 16, I still think they need to address the defensive line with this first selection. Now, there's a lot of rumors that the Cowboys could be looking at Johnny Manziel from Texas A&M for this selection. Now, I kind of do not understand this. Now, let's get things straight. The top quarterback had 3,800 yards passing last season and 31 touchdowns in Tony Romo. Their defense was definitely horrendous and running the football as well as against the pass. They need to address that defensive side when you still have a pretty good quarterback in Tony Romo. I do not think they should go with Johnny Manziel, and I don't even know why they're even discussing it. They need to address either a defensive lineman at defensive end or a cornerback, even though Morris Claiborne is still young and he's entering another season. I think he deserves another chance. So I think they're going to go with a defensive end with this one, and this was a big debate to me because they can definitely use a pass rusher with the selection because they no longer have DeMarcus Ware. I was even thinking about picking up DeMarcus Lawrence out of Boise State. Now, yes, that is a little bit of a reach, but he is a great pass rusher, had 10 double-digit sacks this past season. But I think they're going to end up picking up Coney Ealy out of Missouri. Now, he is not a big-time pass rusher, but he has a lot of potential to become a good pass rusher at the next level, and he can even help address the rushing defense and help out, get behind the line of scrimmage and help out the run defense. Now, I think that Coney Ealy is the player that they should select. Still a little bit of debate with that, but I'm going to stick with Coney Ealy out of Missouri. But who I think they probably will select is Anthony Barr out of UCLA. Now, they have a couple good young linebackers and Sean Lee and Bruce Carter, and I think this could be a good combination for this defense with the addition of Anthony Barr from UCLA. I think he does decent pass coverage, but he is a great pass rusher, and that's what they're going to need to replace DeMarcus Ware, who is more as a linebacker than the defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, a 7-time Pro Bowler. Now, I'm going to stick things with a couple more changes. At pick number 20, I had Coney Ealy going to the Arizona Cardinals, but now I decided to go with Ryan Shazier out of Ohio State to replace Carlos Dansby, who is now a Cleveland Brown. And at pick number 21, I had Shazier going to Green Bay, but now I finally put back CJ Mosley out of Alabama. Now, he's definitely a top 15 caliber player, a top 15 quality player, and I think this could be a fortunate pick for the Green Bay Packers to work along with Clay Matthews as well as A.J. Hawk, good linebacking core overall. But I'm still going to stick with Ryan Shazier, who they probably will select at pick number 21 for the Green Bay Packers. And also, I switched things up with pick number 27 for the New Orleans Saints. I had Rashid Hageman out of Minnesota selected, but now I put Tim Jernigan to replace him at pick number 27. I still think they're probably going to go with Louis Nix out of Notre Dame for this particular pick, and that's pretty much wrap things up with all my first round mock drafts or who the team should select and who they teams will select, and I'm going to stick with all of my remaining selections, and I'm very excited today. We have just hours away. I'm just completely excited, and later on I'm still going to at the end of the draft, the complete entire draft, I'm going to give you the grades, a grade for each team for the selections of this year's draft, and I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching today's vlog. From Pro Football Exclusive, I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.